strangely, so many NFL clubs are switching quarterbacks this late in the season. However, there has been more than normal turnover under center recently, whether due to an injury, Dak Prescott, a squad in need of a spark, Anthony Richardson, or a club seeking a full change of direction, Daniel Jones. Fantasy managers may scramble as the playoffs get near, especially with 6 teams on bye this week and another 6 in Week 14. Due to their Week 11 performances, the following players' valuations are moving higher or downward. Week 12 fantasy football players to purchase. Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, Greg Roman, the offensive coordinator, and coach Jim Harbaugh like a run-heavy approach. However, Herbert has connected with rookie wide receivers Quentin Johnston and Ladd McConkey, and his arm success has helped open up the assault. NFL Data Central. The most recent schedules, odds, data, and results for the NFL. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson. Shane Steichen, the team's head coach, has decided to start Richardson for the remainder of the season. Richardson was accurate against the Jets, rushing for 2 scores, including the game-winning one, and completing 20 of 30 throws for 272 yards and a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Cleveland Browns. Jeudy hauled in 142 yards from 6 receptions, including a spectacular 89-yard score from quarterback Jameis Winston. Since January 2023, when he was with Denver, it was his first 100-yard game. Zach Ertz, Commanders of Washington, with 4 or more catches in 5 of the last 6 games, and 4 of those games including 40 yards or more, Ertz is experiencing something of a comeback. He is once again a good fantasy option at the age of 34. New England Patriots tight end Hunter Henry. Against the Los Angeles Rams, Henry caught 6 passes for 63 yards on 9 targets. He has had 6 or more receptions in the last 5 games, and 4 times, he has had 6 or more targets. Week 12 fantasy football players to sell. Deontay Johnson, Baltimore Ravens. Johnson was blanked on 2 targets against his former club, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Johnson may believe life was better in Carolina, where he was the dominant dog. With 3 games with Baltimore, he has 4 targets and 1 grab for 6 yards. Raheem Mostert, Miami Dolphins, running back. With 21 total touchdowns last season, including 18 running scores, Mostert was tied for the most. He is an afterthought in the Miami offense this season. In Week 11, he had no targets in the passing game and ran 3 times for -2 yards. San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. With Joan Jennings fully recovered and Deebo Samuel in fine form, Pearsall was targeted only twice on Sunday. He had 0 catches despite his 4 receptions for 73 yards and a score in Week 10. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver JuJu Smith-Schuster. Before the club acquired DeAndre Hopkins, Smith-Schuster seemed to have a chance to become a significant fantasy option again in Kansas City. JuJu is now battling Mecole Hardman for scraps, and behind Hopkins and Xavier Worthy. Green Bay Packers tight end Tucker Kraft. Before suffering a groin injury last month, Kraft was on fire. It's unclear whether that issue still hurts him. He was blanked in Week 11 and has only mustered 34 receiving yards and 7 targets in the last 2 games.